Hey, it's Swaroop. In today's video, I will talk about midpoint circle algorithm, and here is the program. I will be explaining the program in details. The derivation part you can check out in Wikipedia. As you all know that for midpoint there are three formulas involved. One is, first you have to calculate the decision parameter. Based on the decision parameter, we will check out which, if it is positive there is a particular formula involved, and if it is negative there is another set of formula involved. We will see that as the program continues. Okay, so let me run the program first. As I run the program, you can see over here two window screen. This is the window that where the circle will be plotted, and this is the interface where I will be providing the input. So let me give the input over here. It's asking 100. Okay, before I hit the enter, let me tell you one thing. This particular window size is 499 by 399. It means it has got 499 columns and 399 rows. And in order to find out, I want that the circle need to be generated at a midpoint, so I have implemented this get max x and get max y by 2, so that will generate the circle exactly at the center. If you want, you can make it arbitrary also. In that case, these two command line need to be unchecked. Okay, and then I will be printing the value of x max and xy, and what will be the value of after you divided by 2, and then the value will be displayed at the interface. So let me hit the enter first, and here comes the value. So the initial value, as I've already said, that is 499, and since it start from 0, so it is 498 and 398 respectively, and then we are dividing it by 2, so that's the half of this given value. Now the xc, now this two pair will be generated after the program start executing. The first thing what we have to do is that we have to calculate decision parameter, and the decision parameter is calculated by 5 by 4 minus r. The 5 by 4 is 1.25 minus r is the 100 which I have taken, so it will be definitely in the negative value. And as a result, what happens, this is a pixel which is been printed, which is getting printed in the screen. So let me show you the screen first. So here comes the value that is there, and the point which you can see over here. So this is exactly the center by virtue of 249 and 199. This is the center position where the pixel has been plotted. Now since the decision making parameter has already evolved to negative value, which is less than 0, hence what we are doing, we are incrementing the value of x. So what is the value of x? The value of x is 0, so 0 plus 1 will make it 1, and the next decision parameter is already calculated, which will again be the negative. We will see that in later. Okay, and the y is not calculated. So this is the formula that will be there if the decision parameter is less than 0. And now we are printing the pixel. So where actually it has been plotted, xc plus x. So what is the value of xc? Xc value is this one. Okay, that is 249 plus 1, as already x plus 1, which is 0 plus 1 is 1, so it is 250. So this is the 250th column. So this particular pixel is plotted at 250th column, and this one is at 249th column. So there is a slight deviation which we cannot feel from our naked eyes. And the same way, the number of rows, that is yc, that is 199 plus y, as we know that the radius value has been assigned to y, which is 100, so 199 plus 100 makes it 299. So this particular pixel is plotted at a row of 299. Fine. As we all know that the symmetry of a circle is actually divided into 8 octant. So let me show you a diagram, then it will be easy for you to understand. That is this particular diagram. So this is the 8 octant, and we will be generating any one of the octant, and the rest of the 7 octant will be a reflection of the one that has been generated. 2 points need to be taken care about. One is the variable x and y at the reflection. If you see over here, there is an interchange. See, x and y both are positive, so when it gets reflected over here, it becomes negative. So there will be a change of value, and there can be even a change of position of x and y. So this is need to be taken care of. So there are two things that is involved, that is the sign of x and y will be interchanging, and the variable itself position will also be interchanging. So these particular funda will be used in case of generating the rest of the 7 octant, once we have found out the only one octant, and that is done by actually the reflection of that whole thing. We will see that in the program part. So I have generated only one particular pixel. Now we have to move for the other one. The reflection of this particular pixel will definitely on the other side. So this is the bottom, there has to be on the top, and for that I will be unchecking the comment line which I have placed over here, so that to make you understand this is what actually I did. But as I run the program, I will be unchecking them, and I will be putting them in some other place. So 2 pixels are now plotted, one is at the bottom, the other one is at top. So let me run the program once more to show you what the change has actually taken place. And here comes my interface, and I will give the same radius 100, and we will see if you take a note over here, if you please take a note over here. So over here, well, okay, I didn't go for the debug option. I need to go for the debug and then it should be built. Yeah, the last modification was not actually been recorded, and that's the reason it didn't take place. The effect was not there. So here comes the value now. Yes, this is what the thing is. So it exactly in the other side that the thing got printed. Now let's see what the thing is working now. So it is plus x, that means xc is 249 and x was 100, that makes it 250. So 250 is the column. So this is the column, that is 250, which I said at the very beginning, and 199 plus 100, that is 299. This is the row that was there, and the opposite end would be now having xc minus x. So this was plus x, this is minus x, so minus of 1, that is 249 minus 1 makes it 248. So this is the 248th column. So slight deviation from this particular pixel, it's again not visible. And yc, that is 199 minus y, that is 100. So we are minusing the y value, that is 100, which was the radius. So as a result we get the row. The row is this particular value, that is 99. So as a result we got this particular thing. Now you must be wondering what is the last value of x and y. Just for our time being, you can omit that one. Actually there is a line printed over here. We will be able to follow that little later. So let me just put a comment line over here, so that at the end of the entire program you will understand what that particular value was representing. So we saw that the two end got printed. Now let me show you the third octant, and for that let me put a command line over here, right, and let me build and run again, so that the thing need to be resaved. And here comes the thing. So please take a note over here. So let me give the value again. Wow, so here comes the thing. So what the thing goes now, as far as the formula is concerned, there is a change in the formula. So it was plus x plus y became minus x minus y, and now the interchange of x and y is taking place. So xc plus y. So what was the value of xc? Xc was 249. Okay, and what was the value of xc was 249, yes, and y was 100, so it became 349. As a result, this is the column 349, and x was 1, so yc was 199 plus 1 made it 200. So this is a 200 column. There's a slight difference between this particular row and this particular row. So 200 is the row position over here. So it is plotted at column number 349 and row number 200. So now the opposite end need to be generated. So here I'm generating the opposite end, and for that let me uncheck the command line again. I can understand that this is pretty tiring for you people as well, but in order to understand the whole program you need to figure out minutely how the plotting is actually been taking place, and then only the whole program will be very clear to you, and it is very interesting even. Now see, this is the other end also got generated, and that is by virtue of, see, it was plus x became minus plus y became minus y, plus x became minus x. So as a result the opposite end got printed. So we saw that four octant got printed, but there were other 4 octant as well. So we have printed this, we have printed this and this, but the rest of the 4 need to be generated. And for that, now what we will do is that we have to interchange the sign. See, let me show you what actually I mean by that. So over here the interchange of sign is taking place. So over here initially both were having the same sign, but now the sign is getting replaced. So over here it became minus y plus x. So obviously one can understand, and in the other the next part would be plus y and minus x. So let me run the thing once more, so that the thing becomes clear for you. And since this is close to the octant which is already got generated, that's the reason I will be using a different color over there. Now see, this is the color I was referring to. So if you see over here, xc is 249 and the value of y is 100. So 249 minus 100 makes it 149. So this is the column number 149. I know it's very difficult for you to distinguish. There is small color over here, there's a violet color over here, there's a pixel prompted just below the white pixel. I didn't go for the white color, otherwise you will not be able to understand that the pixel is plotted above this or below this. So I went for the violet color to make you understand it's below it. Okay, in the same way, your YC value is 199 plus X, that is 1, that is makes it 200. So it's a 200 column. So this particular, sorry, it's a 200 row. So it is 149 column. So it's 149 column and 200 row. So they are where it has been plotted out. So the reverse, now the reverse effect has to be taking place over here. So let me close, and this particular, let me remove this command line. So this is the reverse section that is getting to be printed out. Okay, so 2 more remains after this. I hope the thing is getting clear for you how the thing has been plotted. So if I give this value, now see, it's just the other end. This is where it actually been plotted over here. Why the value? See, the value is XA is 349. If you see over here, the XC value is 249 plus 100 makes it 349. So 349 column is this one. Okay, and YC is 199 minus X, that is 1 minus 1, that is 198. So this is the row 198. So this violet color is just above the white pixel. So this one was below the white pixel, this is above the white pixel. So that's how the reflection is taking place. Okay, so they are now what remains. I hope you can understand now what is going to happen. That is, what remains is these two. So let me uncheck both these things so that it saves actually the time. I know the video is going pretty lengthy, but I'm helpless. Okay, so let me uncheck this whole command line. So both the thing will be now plotted out. Okay.